Masterpiece is still a masterpiece, even if it's in the dark and no one else can see it.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it reminded me of that. So the sun, it would be pitch black out. I love that. Appreciate you for that. That was a good memory to remember her.
Thank you.
Yep.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
You said that you're better at regulating, when you're with students now. What does that look like for you?
Before I used to touch, Spencer knows this, a lot of folks on the podcast know this. I used this emotion I would constantly touch.
Yeah.
And I would touch and I would feel it and I would feel it and it would be electrocuting me. So it was almost like Jamie Foxx Electro, where you can feel it pulsing through your body the more angry you get or the more emotional you get. I've learned to let go of that wire, or you let go of the balloon.
Yeah.
Normally I have to look away from the client.
Yeah.
I just have to look away. I have to like literally hold my breath for a second. I can literally see myself letting go of the wire, then I come back. It's within seconds.
I'm happy you described that because I've studied secondary traumatic stress and burnout and helping professionals. And one of the problems there is not having the structural support to even set up healthy boundaries to buffer emotions. It shouldn't just be the individual having to do the work. You should be actually supporting them in a way where, they have a bit of distance and ability to recover. But just yesterday, I was at this retreat and I'm in the sauna, and all of a sudden I realized that I have been holding on, let's say like a balloon, to someone else's emotions, right? And I was trying to almost detonate or absolve their emotions in my own body. And so I thought I have to figure out a way to let go of them so I can be me again.
Yep.
And so I told myself that they were a barge. Their emotions were on a barge. And I was going to sit here as the barge faded off into the distance. And I'm literally just like, sitting outside the sauna, letting this happen. And gradually I have this peace because I have my control again. So that's why that stood out to me when you said that.
Facts.
Thank you.
I still will be emotional. My clients know this. And if it's happy tears, I will freely let it go.
Yeah.
But if it's me catastrophizing their world and like they're screwed, that's when I had to stop and like work on my shit, because I was getting way too far down some weird stuff and my boss helped me pull back.
That's beautiful. I think a lot of people need that right now because they're doing the same thing with what they hear going on around them or in the world.
Yep.
And they don't know how to do that. And they don't realize it's almost like they're checking all these emotions in to a hotel, and it's just lodging into different parts of their body and they're carrying it with them.
Facts. 100%. Yep.
So, now we're going to talk about just being inclusive and then also just sustaining wellness. You emphasize wellness practices that honor individual realities. How can people tailor their wellness to their culture, identity, and just life demands in general?
Yeah. So the first thing that I think about is what is important to you, what's been important to you throughout your life. What are things that you think of that either facilitate and support your wellness or that compromise it? And so for me, something that really helped to support my wellness growing up was my culture. So I think about like singing gospel music or cooking certain foods, spending time with my family. So I want my wellness practices to feed into all of that. A huge way that I regulated my emotions growing up without knowing it was singing and dance. And that's why I've always gravitated towards those. And I realized that I don't need a wellness practice that is defined and shaped by someone else. I need to figure out what is salient for me. But on the other side, a lot of those same things, like my culture, that might actually hinder my wellness in ways, because if I'm discriminated on the basis of who I am, I need to find ways to protect my sense of worth through the lens of my identity. So it's complex.
Your whole family sing, or is it just you?
It's just me. I mean, my mom loves to sing too, but I mean, I would be singing at the top of my lungs after everybody went to bed for the night, and it was like, please stop and let the household sleep. I'm sorry, I don't know it, but I'm regulating.
Opens up the door.
No, they just yell from the other room, like, please go to bed, and then you're like, oh, I will sing quietly.
There you go.
Yeah.
What would you be singing?
I think probably a lot of praise music, but I also, my first Echolalia was probably Voice to Men. I just like memorized their whole, album, Cooley High Harmony. So I would sing that a lot, and anything I get my hands on. Like we would ride the school bus, and all the rap songs from the 90s, I knew those off the top of my head. Yeah. Yeah.
Just let's go ahead.
No.
I know you had a song in mind. You was about to do
I
a
know. I was
dance
like, which
too.
one you guys want?
What was you
Those
about to
guys are
do?
funny. I got it.
I was just gonna say like fuck the police.
Nope. More like I Get Around by Tupac, Gin and Juice by Snoop.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Some of them Tupac songs, man, them motherfuckers would be having me ready to like go to war. My dad got out of the penitentiary. He's like, "We're gonna listen to Machiavelli today." And I was like, "It's all about murdering everybody."
But you know what? That actually, I think, was an important part of emotional regulation for us, because there were things that if you felt really intense emotions and you don't know how to channel them other way, like the right rap song gives you a vehicle to carry those emotions.
100%.
Yeah.
You know how many times we was playing music in the car with Pops and the damn tape player, we'd be Santana, Earth, Wind and Fire, Machiavelli, and it'd be on replay. And then, Sade would be in there too. A couple other good joints would be in there. And people like, how do you know these songs? I literally listened to for like 10 years in the car.
Oh, I have some weird songs though that you're not gonna guess that I would have listened to in that way. So my dad used to put in the Gershwin songbook, so like Porgy and Bess and all of that. And then my mom really liked Bye Bye Birdie, so I can still sing a lot of songs from that musical.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, my Echolalia is not as gifted as yours. Mine just saying like horrible things to people. I went on a trip for 3 weeks with my niece, and I called her a bum every 2 minutes. She got self-esteem issues now.
Oh.
She's fine. She just called me. She just got into this honor society. Okay. She's fine. She's fine.
No, but to be honest with you, that was intentional, because the dozens were really, really, really horrendous for me growing up. Like that's how, people would toughen each other. And so I think I probably needed something to counteract that.
Facts.
Yeah.
There you go. My dad's singing my whole Echolalia all the time. He's always singing. He's always got the music on, right? Mine's at certain moments. I was tweaking before this presentation.
Yeah.
For some reason, but before presentation now, I gotta piss. Like nonstop. I'm about to wet my pants. And like a little tinkle come out. I ain't gonna lie, little tinkle come out every once in a while now. It is what it is. I'm like, God.
This is from wait. This is the Nutty Professor, right?
It does? No, this is just me being real.
No, yeah, it's just him. No, it's not any reference.
No, this is me just tinkling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Girl,
I'm gonna leave
it's hard to control them sphincters now. Yeah, that's what it is.
It's not your sphincter.
No, there's a bunch of sphincters. That's a sphincter too. Yeah. Got their prostate, man. Wait a minute. So I started putting on some music and singing, and all the students are coming in there, right? And I'm just jamming out. And they're like, what the hell is he doing listening to this? I put on Juice WRLD. I was in there having fun and shit, talking about Percocets.
Yep. I have a lot of songs that I probably won't mention here. That
it's
were
fine.
Really
no, good Christian one. Good Christian one. Good Christian one. Yeah, good Christian.
Bless.
Yeah, good. Go ahead.
So what I would like to I want to ask, like, what have people been giving you feedback on? It's only been out for like 9 days.
Right? I think my dad is like, he told me he's on page 95. So that was really awesome. Because he said that it reinforced for him a lot of things that he resonated well with it. So that was really huge for me.
Yes.
My husband read the whole book, but he's been along for the whole process. So, that was, yeah. But, I'm trying to think. Oh, the letter to the reader. That's what everybody's kind of been giving me feedback on. It's like the first 5 pages of the book. And I just wanted to set from the beginning. I wanted to be very clear on the fact that I'm speaking from within the struggle. So I literally start off talking about being at my messy desk, not even being able to sit at it and trying to figure out like, what is my entry point to this book? And I said, it has to be grace, because I said, I can't even organize the things on my desk. Like,
saw that in the beginning of the podcast today. Beginning of the podcast, this girl was a hot mess.
Well, my desk is also currently a hot mess. But
a metaphor.
I think that, yeah. So, anywho, that letter to the reader, I've had people tell me that they just were already crying
Mm.
because they just felt seen. And I used a passage from Maya Angelou, and it talks about how even though she is perceived as writing coming easily to her, she said, I work really hard to make the language sing. And there's actually this part where she says, you know, when the New York critics say, of course her new book is good, it's Maya Angelou. She's like, I want to wrestle them to the floor. And so I felt so seen when she said that, because that had been my struggle, you know, struggling for months and years
Mm.
to allow my heart to actually be transferred onto the paper.
Mm. Yeah, it's hard for me too to write.
What is the struggle for you?
I tend to forget. I process and process and process. I want to write a lot of cool things, or like send an email or send this thing, right? And I tend to forget, and life moves on, the nonstop. So the other day, a very magical moment happened with a client. I needed to tell them thank you for something that they did. And then we both just sat there in those emotions when I broke down a little bit because I needed to affirm them on something they did. I tend to forget. I realized that during the road trip I just took. I just tend to forget to write shit and sit down for a minute. But you're so busy. You're so busy. And so the biggest thing that comes in the way of me writing is the busyness, which is not a good excuse.
Well, I mean, I think it's real. I think for me, my problem is that, again, this isn't a conscious perfectionism. It is my brain thinking there's only that one way that I can say something. And someone told me at a retreat recently, they said, I think in emotions. And I said, I think that's exactly it.
Yeah.
I know how I want the other person to feel, but I don't know what words to offer that will convey that. And so I have a tendency to write something, and then I say I eat all of my words because I judge it as not being good enough.
Oh.
So even in the process of the past few weeks, just doing media for the book, I had to write 12 questions. It took me 2.5 days with a lot of tears. And there were some questions that I spent hours writing because I'm just answering a question about myself, but I'm going, I don't know how to convey what I feel in my heart. So it's really intense. And it's, from what I can tell, several different parts of my brain that need to process and talk to each other. That's why when I speak, it's not as hard.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. Check out the full episode on our channel and anywhere you find podcasts. Also, remember to like and subscribe. Whoop whoop!